In the 1940s, Soviet scientists conducted a terrifying experiment. They sealed 5 prisoners in a chamber and pumped in a mysterious gas that kept them awake. No sleep, no silence, no escape. At first it was quiet, then screaming, then silence. When the researchers opened the door after 15 days, what they saw was inhuman. The subjects had torn off their own skin. Their eyes were wide and blank, staring into nothingness. They begged the scientists to let them stay awake, and then they whispered, "We are no longer human." This creepypasta is one of the most terrifying legends ever written. It's a fictional horror story that's been shared online and has become a modern myth. But here's the thing, we all know deep down that it's not real. There are no secret experiments or gassing chambers, right? Well, maybe not. Maybe some stories aren't true, but they stay with you anyway. Let me explain. In the early 1960s, a scientist named John Lilly was trying to create a drug that could help people stay awake. He wanted to help those who suffered from insomnia, but his research soon took a dark turn. Lilly and his colleagues began experimenting on human subjects, and they soon discovered that there was a fine line between wakefulness and madness. One of the most famous experiments involved a man named Frank Olson. In 1953, Olson was given a drug that was supposed to keep him awake for up to 24 hours. But something went wrong. Olson began to hallucinate, and he ripped off his own clothes before jumping out of a window. He survived the fall, but he was never the same again. He spent the last 20 years of his life locked in a mental institution. Lilly's experiments were eventually halted, but not before they had a profound impact on the human psyche. The idea of a scientist creating a drug that could keep you awake forever is a terrifying one, and it's a concept that has been explored in many horror stories, including Stephen King's The Mist and Jeff Vandermeer's Annihilation. But where did this fear come from? Why does the idea of a sleepless existence terrify us so much? There are no easy answers, but it's possible that our fear of losing control is at the heart of it. Sleep is a time when we are most vulnerable. It's a time when our bodies are defenseless and our minds are racing. To be kept awake is to be denied the one thing that we need most, to be trapped in a never-ending nightmare. So if you ever find yourself lying in bed at night, unable to sleep, just remember, you might not be alone. There may be someone out there watching you, waiting for you to drift off to sleep so that they can finally strike. Because some stories aren't true, but they stay with you anyway.